Today's declaration is, I am humble. Now, this is a funny one. I wonder what you think when you hear humble. Do you think of someone who's very self-deprecating and puts other people first and maybe doesn't receive compliments? Say, oh, no, 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 no. I'm no good at that. And no, I can't do that. No, you're far better. I definitely thought that was what humility was for a while, but I've been learning a whole new side of what humility is. And Andrew Womack has an awesome quote. True humility is agreeing with what God's word says about who you are and doing what God's word says you can do. So that is very interesting. And because the opposite of humility is pride, and pride we usually think of as arrogance and being boastful and arrogant. But there's a flip side of pride, which is actually low self-esteem and shyness, which may come as a surprise to lots of you. And I've definitely been surprised learning that. But basically, it is all still pride because it's focusing on us. And true humility is when we cease to be so focused on ourselves and actually more focused on who the Lord is and agreeing with who he says we are. Not thinking of ourselves more highly than we ought, nor thinking of ourselves more lowly than we ought. And many of us fall into that trap of thinking that it's very humble to be very self-deprecating. But no, it's actually receiving who God says we are, whether we feel it or not. And sometimes our humility can actually be, false humility. We say, oh, no, 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 I'm not that. And God is wanting to say, this is who you are. He's given us this new creation identity. And when we say, no, 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 that's not me, I'm not good enough, that is pride. It's putting our value in our own worthiness rather than saying, God, thank you, that is who I am, not in my own strength, but because of Jesus. And that is what I can do. Yes, I can raise the dead. Yes, I can heal the sick. Not because I'm holy enough, not because I've read my Bible enough, but because that is who you say I am, and that is the spirit that you've put inside me. So I challenge you today to receive that true humility of agreeing with who God says you are and what he says you can do, whether you feel good enough or not. Let go of all those tapes that say, no, I can't, and no, I'm not good enough, and I'm rubbish at this, and I'm rubbish at that, even when those tapes have felt like they're very humble, because true humility is to accept who God says you are, and you are awesome.